Whispers in the dark. The town of Ashwood had always carried whispers of ghosts. Hidden in the mist of the Appalachian Mountains, its charm came from a peculiar blend of beauty and unease. Tourists flocked to see the fall foliage, and locals spoke in hushed tones about the haunted houses scattered throughout. But no house drew more fear or attention than Blackthorn Manor. The moon hung low in the sky, shrouded by thin clouds. Claire's breath formed puffs of white as she zipped her jacket tighter. The group stood at the base of the hill, staring up at the looming silhouette of Blackthorn Manor. The wind howled through the trees, carrying the faint scent of decay. "Why does it look worse at night?" muttered Sophie, her voice barely audible. "Because you're imagining things," Ethan said, flashlight in hand. "Come on, let's get this over with." The group trudged up the hill, their footsteps crunching against the dead leaves. The closer they got, the heavier the air felt. By the time they reached the front door, Claire's chest felt tight, as though the house itself were pressing down on her. The door groaned open with a push, revealing a yawning darkness inside. The air smelled of mildew and something faintly metallic. Ethan stepped in first, his flashlight beam cutting through the gloom. The others followed reluctantly. The foyer was massive, with a grand staircase dominating the center. Dust coated every surface, and cobwebs clung to the chandelier hanging precariously overhead. The temperature dropped noticeably as they ventured deeper inside. "Let's split up," Ethan suggested. "Absolutely not," Claire snapped. "Have you never seen a horror movie? We stick together." "Fine," Ethan said with a grin, "but let's at least explore. We didn't come here to stand around." The haunting begins. The group moved cautiously through the house, their flashlights casting long shadows on the peeling wallpaper. Every creak of the floorboards made them jump, and the faint sound of dripping water echoed from somewhere unseen. In the dining room, an ornate table stretched the length of the room, its surface scarred and weathered. Sophie ran her fingers over a silver candelabra, her expression distant. "It's beautiful," she murmured. "Beautiful," Jake snorted. "This place is a dump." As if in response, a low groan emanated from the walls. Everyone froze. "What was that?" Claire whispered. "Just the house settling," Ethan said, though his voice wavered. A sudden bang from the kitchen made them all jump. They turned as one, their flashlights converging on the doorway. For a long moment, no one moved. "We should leave," Sophie said, her voice trembling. "No way," Ethan replied. "We've only been here for 10 minutes. "Exactly," Claire shot back. "Plenty of time to know this is a bad idea." Before anyone could argue further, the lights in the dining room flickered. The chandelier above them swayed, its chains creaking. A cold wind swept through the room, extinguishing Sophie's flashlight. "Did you feel that?" Jake asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Ethan nodded slowly. "Okay," he said. "Maybe this place is a little creepier than I thought."